right? So deliazo and stuff. It says to bait, catch by a bait. Metaphorically to beguile. It says by blandishments, allure, entice, deceive, right? And we're gonna go into that word deceive, right? Uh, it still goes. We're gonna go into the. We're gonna go into it, right? So you seeing stuff that you got to be enticed, and the main thing they're gonna do to entice people and stuff is cut them off from society and stuff, where you can't eat, drink, have no place to stay. You know what I'm saying? So you have to deal with the elements. You see, the one thing that people don't want to deal with and stuff is being homeless. You know, digging out of garbage cans and whatnot and stuff, and you'll be surprised there's still some fruit trees out here. But knowing Esau, he's gonna try to take all them things down just so he can sit up here and have you, you know, just so he can sit up here and have you, you know what I'm saying, lean to him. You see, that's why when it come down to people and stuff who able to live off the grid and whatnot and stuff, they call them terrorists and whatnot. And the only ones and stuff that they bring in terror and stuff is those who can't collect taxes from them or shit or anything like that. That's why when it come down to living off the land and stuff, they don't want you to have those uh they don't want you and stuff to have those abilities and whatnot and stuff, because guess what? That shows that they can't control you. You see, because government means control of the people. You see, you know they can't control you and stuff, and guess what? That pisses them off. That's a little motherfucker. Throw that motherfucker back, boy. Real tough. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. So look, we gonna get this. We gonna get this. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. Right, Revelation chapter 13, verse 14, and it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Right. So let's get that word deceive. And that's why we're giving you warning stuff on all the different things and stuff that they would try to use. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? And like Apostle Har said and stuff in one of them videos that he did a while ago, you know, well, years ago, really, he was saying that all they're gonna do and stuff is try to shrink the technology and stuff that they're trying to use. That's what they're gonna do, right? Stuff to get the TVs and stuff with the big back to them stuff. Now you got flat screen TVs, you got the curved TV. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? You know, you got you had the computers and stuff with the big back to it and stuff, and now you got fucking laptops. Now you got fucking phones. You see? Remember those old landlines and stuff and whatnot, and big ass phones? And then when it came down to, even though it was a Jake and stuff who created it, the first cell phone and stuff was big as hell. Look how small these handsets are now. You see, even though they be making fucking phones and stuff, that then they look like a miniature iPad and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got a phone and stuff where you can bend the screen and whatnot and stuff, and it look like them small ass mirrors that women use and stuff just to hurry up and fix they makeup. They got phones like that now. So all they trying to do and stuff is make the technology smaller. You know what I'm saying, right? And when it come down to these different miracles, they trying to come with these oohs and ahs and stuff just to get it, get people to get it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of enticement. You see? You know? They come in with an artificial way and stuff with spiritual powers and stuff and trying to convince people to get it. And guess what? A lot of people are going to be wooed. You know what I'm saying? You know? Look how many people and stuff, when they come down to hacking and stuff, how thrilled they be and whatnot and stuff, you see? So if you like Cyborg from DC or Teen Titans, the different powers that he's able to have and whatnot and stuff, individuals going to want to do that too. Why? Because it's going to look good. And a lot of people and stuff, the reason why they're going to get enticed, no, slacking. A lot of people and stuff, the reason why they're going to be down for it and stuff, why? Because they're of the earth. They're not of the heavens. They're not looking for the kingdom to come. You see? You know, and I'm referring to Israelites. They're not looking for the kingdom to come. You see? They want to stay on this side and stuff and for it to rule. You know what I'm saying? They want to continue and stuff what they invest in stuff on this side. That's what they want. You see, that's what they want, right? That's why it says deceive them that dwell upon the earth. You know what I'm saying? Right? Low vibration Israelites. You see, who care about shoes and ain't nothing wrong with having some shoes and shit, but care about shoes. Take it, man. That care about shoes, that care about clothing, care about gaming, care about what they able to apply and invest and stuff on this side. You see, that's what they want, right? That's why it's going to be easy and stuff to get them. Because even though they getting warned and stuff, the thing is that they don't want what's given already, right? And that's why you also have where they're gonna sit up here and try to torture you, try to deceive you, make you do everything that they can and stuff to get you off the path of righteousness and whatnot and stuff, so you can give up on the Lord. That's why we say it's a physical demon counterpart and stuff of the spiritual demon Satan. You see, right? Right. So this is I'm gonna get the word deceive.
Strong's G 4105 Panao. Panao.
Right, and it says to cause to stray, to lead astray, lead aside from the right way. You see, right? It says to go astray, wander, roam about. It says metaphor. It says to lead away from the truth. It says to lead into error. And don't it says that and stuff in that James? It says, my beloved brethren. What is it? Verse 15. It says, my beloved brethren, do not err. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to this word, right? And it says to be led into error, to be led aside from the path of virtue. And what is virtue? Good morals. You see? And what's part of the good morals? The man and stuff that volunteered for it and stuff, guess what? The very machine and stuff corrupted. They first what they did and stuff was when it come down to Elon Musk and stuff, when it come down to the brain chip, what happened and stuff. They used the animals and whatnot. They use the animals and stuff, and eventually down the line and whatnot, a lot of those monkeys fucking died and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? A monkey was able to understand and stuff. But the thing is, the reason why they doing this stuff is because that's their blessing, and they're trying to sit up here and play God, right? But then later down the line and stuff, they had what's his name? His first name was Nolan. You know what I'm saying? And the last name started with an A and whatnot. And he up in a wheelchair. Instead of being able to walk again and stuff, you know what this motherfucker did? Instead, he wanted to be able to play video games and whatnot and control and stuff without a control and whatnot by his mind, like Brainiac and shit. You see? You know? Which is also part of DC. You know? There's one time and stuff where he's an enemy, and then there's another time and stuff where he's a ally and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really keep up with that and stuff, but still, comic book wise, which they should make a lot of animes with the different versions. But anyways, or cartoons and stuff, right? But anyways and stuff, when it come down to that, it says, so when it come down to this patient, you know what I'm saying, his first name is Nolan and stuff, and I think it's like, ADABE or something like that. Whatever the fuck his name was and stuff, a Drib or something like that, a Drave, whatever. The thing is that he got that shit. You know what I'm saying? And with him getting it and whatnot and stuff, it malfunctioned and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where it didn't work and it caused them fucking problems. Now they looking for a second patient and stuff, but then they also looking for a couple of more afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? So this is as you can see and stuff, it says C. It says to be led aside from the path of virtue, good morals. What's the good morals? The scriptures, the law, statutes, commandments. We all be apostles and stuff, not necessarily in ranking and whatnot and stuff, but by the definition of the name, the word and stuff, which means sent forth. When it comes down to elder apostle, elder, well, I keep saying it, could be Elder Yashwamba and stuff, right? He was doing the sit down and stuff that the elect are the only ones and stuff who actually love. And when it come down to the true order, you know what I'm saying, of the world, which is the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible and stuff, that's the true love. You see? Because the more that you stay in order and stuff, the more peaceful it is. You see? Even when it comes down to a small little flaw and whatnot and stuff, or even a heavy flaw, the thing is that guess what? Peace can still be attained without people losing their fucking lives. You see, right? It says to go astray, sin, and what is sin? Transgression of the law, as it says in 1 John 3 and 4. It says to sever or fall away from the truth. You see, it says to be led away into error and sin. Now, when it comes down to taking the MOTB and whatnot and stuff, the way you got to take it, the way that that they want you to have it and stuff, they don't want you to have it in your pocket and whatnot. They want it and stuff inside your flesh and stuff, so they can control you and also track you, right? They don't want to track you and stuff by your phones and whatnot. They want it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying, right? And the thing is that guess what? In order, they want it to be that way. They want it to be that way and stuff. So the only way for it to be that way and stuff, that means that they guess what? They gotta make they gotta crack open your flesh and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, they gotta carve. They gotta carve into your flesh. You know what I'm saying? You know, open a part of your skull and whatnot and stuff, and do surgery and stuff on your brain and stuff, just so they can put one in your brain. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the only way and stuff is gonna work. You see, but guess what? At the same time, you still gotta be it's gotta be up to you if you want to get it. And one of these words and stuff, right? It says deceive, err, go astray, seduce. You see, seduce. If you're going back to that first Maccabees 11 and 1, because they most definitely gonna, first Maccabees 1 and 11, they gonna use Jake and whatnot and stuff, right? Because when it come down to these celebrities and whatnot, rapping, no matter what genre it is and whatnot and stuff, they're gonna use them and stuff as mascots and stuff to try to get you to get it. Because more than likely, a lot of them gonna get in stuff. Why? Because the very benefits and stuff that they have. You know what I'm saying? The very money and power that they have and whatnot, they're not gonna want to let that go. As it says in Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, surely the Lord will do nothing but revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You see, no, so like, yeah, that's the wrong thing. Uh, uh, as it says in Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, it says, surely oppression makes a wise man mad. But people who are not oppressed and stuff for the different benefits that they get on the side, you know what I'm saying, you know, they're not going to be, they're not going to feel oppressed, even though they are, right? But it says, surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and the gift destroyed the heart. You see, you know, and the gift that's being given and stuff, the thing is, this gift, you know what I'm saying, is, this gift, this gift, what it's doing, this gift, what it's doing and whatnot and stuff, it's not actually a gift. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's like Halloween candy and whatnot and stuff, right? Here it is, they make it where it's like, here it is, they making this stuff where it's like delicious, like candy and whatnot and stuff, but whole time they giving you some type of drug. You see? Remember the back in the days and stuff, you had the candy apples. You had the candy apples and whatnot and stuff, and you bit into them and stuff, and it was like razor blades and stuff that was stuffed in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Remember it says trick or treat and stuff, and a lot of people was using tricks and stuff, but guess what? Those tricks was deadly. Those tricks were those tricks was deadly, and those tricks was injurious. You see, it wasn't just somebody and stuff taking a whole bunch of toilet paper and stuff and TP in your house. You know what I'm saying? No, it wasn't that. It was motherfuckers and stuff trying to get motherfuckers hooked and stuff so they could see damage. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they had a grudge or whatever and stuff about somebody and stuff and wanted to get somebody that they couldn't get. You know what I'm saying? You know, get somebody else and stuff that was close to the target they really wanted. You know what I'm saying? You know, and niggas do that shit to this day. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, look what's going on and stuff when it come down to these people and whatnot and stuff. They doing all the best that they can. They doing, you know, people and stuff. You know, people want to be wicked, man, because it feel good and stuff. But that ricocheted feeling and stuff, of judgment and stuff, that shit don't feel good, right? So I'm gonna go back to Revelations 13 and 14. It says, and deceiveth them, right? And that's going into seduce. But look how it's worded. You see, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. You know what I'm saying, right? By the means of those miracles, right? You got a motherfucker and stuff who can open his left arm and stuff, and he got a small little studio and stuff. And the thing is that by press a button and stuff, he can change his vocals as if he got a microphone and whatnot and stuff, like he in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I forget what they call it and stuff. It's a certain word where they change their voices. Niggas who don't got singing voices and stuff, or probably have rap voices, but they don't have voices and stuff when it come down to singing. Auto tone. The water y'all about to shot. They got auto tone. They got auto tone. And this man was able to sit up here and change his voice and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know how you when it come down to your playlist, you know what I'm saying, and you get to go into the options and whatnot and stuff and put on bass boosted or bass, you know what I'm saying, and change the different tones and whatnot and stuff to your fixing. This man was able to do that and stuff by pressing buttons in his fucking arm. And his arm opened up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? That alien and stuff from Men in Black. He was little as hell and stuff, and somebody head, you know what I'm saying, controlling him. He looked like a human being and stuff when the whole time it wasn't a human being. It was a small little ass alien and stuff with controls and stuff in his fucking head. That's what he was able to do. Change some shit and stuff while his arm opened up. You see? Right? Right? Uh, 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 So by the means of those miracles and stuff, meaning the things that the powers, you know what I'm saying, that comes with having these the powers and stuff that comes with having these having these the so-called powers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that looks like miracles, you know what I'm saying, supernatural abilities and whatnot and stuff that comes with this, you see? And then also Apostle Har, I got to finish the video and stuff. He was going into super soldiers. You see? So the only way to get it, matter of fact, what was it? Yeah. The only way to get in and stuff is you being enticed. You see? And ain't no other type of way, no other sneaky way and whatnot, because how it's going to be said. Revelations 13 and 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And what's the beast? It's this system. You see? Society. You know what I'm saying, right? And it says, it says, the beast saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, right? And that image is New World Order. You know what I'm saying? Because the order that they have right now and stuff ain't good enough. So therefore, they come in with a great reset. And what's that great reset and stuff? It's going to be a new way and stuff of how they're going to rule. And that great reset and stuff starts with the monetary system. That's why they wanted everything and stuff to be digital, because what they're going to bring forth as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? They're gonna come as an angel of light and stuff with this device, this embeddable device. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come with it and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna use seduction. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like a female and whatnot. Say she want to deal with. Say if you got a female and stuff that want to deal with you and whatnot and stuff. Don't she use her feminine wiles and stuff just to get you underneath her umbrella? You know what I'm saying? If she wants something and stuff from you, she's going to try to seduce you using whatever she has, usually her body, or sexual seduction and whatnot. Like what's his name? Snoop Dogg has said sexual seduction. You know what I'm saying? They gonna use that feminine wiles. They're gonna use that and stuff just so they can get what they want. And usually a lot of women use sex or the thought of sex to make you think that you're gonna have sex with them just so they can get get what they want. You see? When the whole time they ain't trying to give you a goddamn thing and stuff, but they trying to swindle you. This is their seduction. You know what I'm saying? Their persuasion. This is what they do and stuff to get what they want without really trying to give anything back to anybody else. For all the women and stuff that want to say that men are selfish and stuff, nah, you women are selfish as hell. But anyways, uh, Revelations 13 and 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. You know what I'm saying? And this is just Rome all over again. Rome 2.0. Rome reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? This is Rome reincarnated and whatnot. Come back around. Why you come back around? This is Rome reincarnated and stuff. And guess what? Rome fell economically and whatnot and stuff. And it's the same thing here. Why? Because the same leaders back then and stuff is the reason why it fell economically. And they doing it again and stuff. And even with this digital system, they're just going to, even when it comes down to this digital system, the thing is that it's going to still fail regardless. You see? It's still going to fail regardless. Right? It's still gonna fail and stuff, but part of that failing stuff is Yahweh Shai returning and stuff and intervene. Yeah, what the fuck is you doing, bro? What is you doing? Right? Right? Verse 15 it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. Right? And when you go into that word speak, it's not like it's an actual creature and stuff speaking to you. This ain't anime, this is real life.
Strong's G 2980. Paleo. Paleo.
Slocket doesn't really give the definition. But the speech and stuff means to come to pass. It means to come to pass, right? It means to come to pass, meaning for it to happen. It says, and causes that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So what does that show? That shows that you got to choose. Because if they can just, it's like, well, I'm going, because look, we own by the government. Everybody and stuff is owned by the government, no matter where you are. Because you got a birth certificate, a social security card number. You know what I'm saying? Then you got an ID. But when it comes down to the ID, even though they're trying to bring forth a digital ID, and whatnot, even though they're trying to bring forth a digital ID, the thing is that guess what? You're underneath a number. They don't give a fuck about what name and stuff that your parents gave you. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about that. You are known by a number. You know what I'm saying? Right? And when it comes down to the MOTB and stuff, then guess what? It's going to be a UPC code, universal product code and stuff. And what do they use that for? You know what I'm saying? To track whatever this product is. And if you notice and stuff, you have a lot of if you notice and stuff, you got a lot of what they call it. You got a lot of things and stuff that has that what they call they call it a flat RFID. You know what I'm saying, right? Where you got them lines and it's that sticker and stuff that's hard as hell and stuff to pull off. You know what I'm saying? That's called a flat RFID, radio frequency identification. You see? You know, it's called a flat one. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that it has its various occupations and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can do your own research on it. You got a passive one and an active one. You know what I'm saying? And they come in different versions and stuff and have different occupations. You see, right? But when it comes down to it and stuff, instead of storage and storing of information and whatnot and stuff, which that's going to be on all of them, the main thing and stuff is what you can be able to do that's considered as supernatural. You see? And you got a lot of people, and so it's like, well, what if I don't have it in my hand or in my head and whatnot and stuff? What if I don't have it there and whatnot and stuff, right? Look at that. What if I don't have it in my hand? What if I have it in my shoulder? What if I put it in my arm, my forearm and stuff? You know what I'm saying? What if I put it in my wrist? What if I put it in my jaw, my chin and whatnot? The nigga chin? What if I put it in behind my nipple and whatnot and stuff? So they can overhead. Nah, it's just the one, right? So what if I just have it here and have it there and stuff? It wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Have it in your butt cheek and whatnot and stuff. Which is going to be oddly convenient. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, they don't want it to be that way. They don't want it to be. Well, no. They just want it in you. You see? And that's going to be the only way to pay. say anything, right? So it says, and so therefore, uh, uh, so therefore, you know what I'm saying, you will be slain if you don't want to be a part of this. So guess what that shows? There's no, we gonna strap you down, we gonna make you get it. It don't go that way. That's not the way and stuff they trying to bring forth. You see, that's not the way. Man, it's so much, man. Here, right? So this is verse 15 in the NLT. It says he was then permitted to give life to this statute. And what's that statute? Rules and regulations, right? It says so that it could speak. Then the statute of the beast commanded that anyone refusing to worship it must die. And when it comes down to that worship, you got to be down for it. When it comes down to that worship and stuff, you got to be down for it. And if you ain't down for it and stuff, then guess what happens? They don't have to sit up here and gun you down at what they call it, a firing range. You know what I'm saying? You know what they call it? You know, right? They don't have to gun you down and stuff. They don't have to put you in. Some people and stuff gonna be in concentration camps. You know what I'm saying? You know, where they gonna try to torture you and stuff to change your mind. You know what I'm saying? Or give you straight death. You know what I'm saying? You know, since you already disagreed, you know, and they know which ones and stuff who ain't gonna change, right? So with that being the case and stuff, guess what? Ain't nobody for us. Yeah, about you outside. Ain't nobody. Everybody and stuff is gonna have to decide for themselves. You see, you know. And when it come down to children, you know what I'm saying. When it come down to children and stuff, you know what I'm saying. You know, watch out for your parents. You know what I'm saying. You know. But anyways, you know, when it comes down to the scripture saying honor thy mother and thy father and stuff, when it come down to that, you know what I'm saying, you don't gotta honor them and that and stuff. Why? Because you gotta put Yahweh and Yahweh shot first. You see? You know what I'm saying? Because your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your daughter, your son, your niece, your nephew, you know what I'm saying, your godparents and your cousins and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, you know, or friends and stuff that you consider to be extremely close to you and whatnot, they can't save you and stuff from these missiles. You're going to have to sit up here and put in your own work. Like it says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You see, you know, make your call and election sure, because everybody is being called to this who are Israel, no matter how they look, no matter where they are. You see, right? So this is verse 16, Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. You know what I'm saying? You know, meaning whatever your status is. You know what I'm saying? If you are homeless, which a lot of homeless people and stuff gonna take that and stuff just so they can enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people and stuff, you know, even like the brother Shakari was saying and stuff, you know, which I heard that and stuff in the past before too. When it come down to Shakari, he was sitting up here saying like, it's like you got a lot of people out there and stuff. It's like shit, you know, you tell them stuff, you call them stuff a 2/3, and the first thing that's in their head and stuff is that I'm still gonna be in the kingdom, right? But guess what? That punishment and stuff to still be part of in the kingdom and whatnot and stuff, that shit gonna fucking hurt. That shit gonna hurt. That shit gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they think it's stuff they just gonna light up and stuff like tobacco and stuff when you inhale the head and stuff, and it goes straight into ashes. No, the Lord gonna put you in that, and He gonna keep the spirit in in your body and stuff to feel that fire. You ain't gonna you ain't finna have like no extreme sharp pain and whatnot and stuff, and you die from shock like it showed in Judgment Day and stuff, Terminator 2 and stuff when it came down to Sarah Connor. No, the Lord's gonna keep your spirit in that fire. You see? And you got a lot of niggas and stuff, you know what I'm saying, who like to cook fried chicken and stuff with their shirt off. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? If that little bit of grease and stuff land on they body or they nipple, you know what I'm saying, you know, they got male tits and whatnot and stuff, right? No matter where it is and stuff, it's gonna have you jump back. That's why niggas and stuff cook fried chicken and stuff at a distance, because they know how painful that grease is. But guess what? It hurts. It hurts very badly and stuff, but then it subsides real quick. And the Lord is not doing that and stuff when it comes down to this thermonuclear fire, when it comes down to this second death, when it comes down to the lake of fire. You're going to be swimming in that motherfucker for a minute. A lot of people going to try to stop, drop, and roll and whatnot. And here it is, and this is how you also know and stuff, that fire going to be extremely hot and stuff, but yet motherfuckers still going to be, it's going to be a while and stuff before they drop dead. It says that they should be gnashing of teeth and blaspheme the name of the Heavenly Father and stuff, you see? You know? They're going to blaspheme the name of the Heavenly Father and whatnot. You know what I'm saying, right? Which is also blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. But they're going to be doing it and stuff. Why? Because they burning. And then niggas and stuff who want to stay with that shit, the reason why they be all 2/3 and stuff, because they can't give up no fucking weed. They can't give up no cigarettes. They can't give up no Black and Milds. You know what I'm saying? They can't give up and stuff pussy that ain't theirs. They can't give up fat bitches. You know what I'm saying? They can't give up booty hole. You know what I'm saying? You know, they can't give up being with the same sexes that as they born. You know what I'm saying? They can't leave off from this shit. So therefore, guess what? They're gonna dry up. They're gonna dry up, they're gonna die and stuff, just like Lot's wife. You see? And only reason, and then you got to think about it and stuff. When it came, those weren't missiles. Those was gigantic. Because it wasn't just fire that just came out of nowhere and whatnot and stuff. You know, you don't see that. So more than likely and stuff, those was meteors, big ones. You know what I'm saying? That came from outer space and whatnot. Doom, doom, doom. You know what that means? That means and stuff that Satan has the power and stuff not to just be able to control the elements on Earth, but also outer space. You see? You see? So when it comes down to it and stuff, right, you're gonna have to make a choice. And for you niggas and stuff, it's like, oh, you know, I'ma just wait and stuff, you know, I'm gonna do my thing. You got niggas out there and stuff who wanna be part of the second death and stuff just because they don't wanna cut their fucking dreads, bro. Or stop getting a goddamn line in and shit, man. You got people over there, you know, you got motherfuckers and stuff, they sitting up here, it's like, oh, I can't color my hair and whatnot and stuff. Nigga, you a bitch, bro. And when I say bitch and stuff, you know what I'm saying, not in that disrespectful way and stuff, but I'm saying like a female. You a female? Because the glory, as the scripture says, the glory of the woman and stuff is her hair. And if you're not a woman and stuff, then why the fuck do you care about dreads? Why the fuck do you care about how long your hair is? You see? And I'm gonna say it like this. I know I'm doing a lot of speaking, but I'm gonna say it like this. If women, they like, oh, I like a man and stuff who he got his lined up and woo the woo and whatnot. Any man can line up. So that means that your bitch can sit up here and like some other dude and stuff just because he got a crispy ass lining too. You telling me based off the hair and stuff, that's what your girl going for? Then guess what? She going for everybody then. All the motherfucker got to do and stuff is get a 15-minute lineup from somebody and stuff who's working on your head for too fucking long. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then next, and stuff, put some cocoa butter and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they shit probably ash because they washed their hair and stuff before they got to the barber. You know what I'm saying? Why you getting one lining or the double lining and stuff, and that means and stuff that it could be 5 niggas or 10 niggas or everybody in your area and stuff who fresh and lined up, whether they got the beard or not and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just going to the side with the point and whatnot and stuff, where they got no hair on the side and stuff, and they got the goatee. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the beard and the mustache and stuff don't connect and stuff, but they got the front, they got the mustache and a little bit of the beard and whatnot and stuff, for the motherfuckers who got the little line and stuff that's down the middle. You know what I'm saying? You telling me and stuff, if it's lined up and stuff, that's what she gonna go for? You see? Come on, man. A lot of you all and stuff are low level Israelites and stuff who will sit up here and take anything for yourself. Take anything. You'll stay with this shit, bro. You know, let's get it, bro. You know, it's a damn shame. You know, as much as a lot of people and stuff want to sit up here and be like, you. A lot of people want to sit up here and be like, you think you're going to make it, you think you're going to whoop the woo and stuff. You telling me you got a chance and stuff and you're going to sit up here and take a blunt over it? You're going to take a blunt, some weed and whatnot and stuff, you see? You telling me and stuff that that's what you're going to take? You're going to take the MOTB and stuff just so you continue to smoke some fucking weed, nigga? As long as I'm able to destroy my lungs and stuff, I'm all right with it. Man, you a fool, nigga. You a fool. So this is Revelations. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead. And when it comes down to Revelation, the 14th chapter and stuff, it really, when it comes down to that word hand, well, no, let me go into it. First, I'm gonna get the word cause.
Strong's G 4160. Poieo. Poieo.
It says to make ready, to prepare. You see, and what it's gonna be, what's gonna be these preparations? The preparation is gonna be like, this is how we're gonna make our new system. You see, you know, uh, to produce. You see, uh, 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 it says to inquire, to provide a thing for oneself. So this is why it's going to be a new system. You see, it says to make, constitute. It says or appoint one anything, to appoint or ordain one thing. It says to make, declare one anything. So it's going to be a new declaration. You see, right? Meaning there's going to be a new law. You're going to have this and stuff in order to function when it comes down to society, no matter where you are. You see, and if you don't, then guess what? You're going to die. And that dying and stuff can be the fact that you're going to be cut off, right? That you're going to be cut off, you know what I'm saying, from society, right? Or they're going to lock you up in a concentration camp, you know what I'm saying, where you know, they're going to kill you that way or starve you out that way. You see, they're gonna do the same thing and stuff. They're gonna do the same thing. This next stretch for that ass. They're gonna do the same thing and stuff that they did in the Roman persecution. And what was that and stuff? They cut them off from their sources and stuff, so they wouldn't be able to drink or eat anything. You see, right? It says to make one do something and whatnot and stuff. Meaning that, guess what? They gotta persuade you to get it. You see, right? It says to execute. To designate, performance, intent, earnest, performance, to note merely productive action. You see, um, you see, right? So this Revelations 13, this Revelations 13, and so I'm gonna get that other word. It was either word right. And really what it is and stuff, they want it in your dominant hand and whatnot and stuff. So if you right-handed and stuff, that's your dominant hand. If you left-handed and stuff, that's your dominant hand. That's why it says in Revelations 14 and stuff, it just says hands. Now, right now and stuff, it's saying right hand and stuff, but it just says hands. And if you are individual stuff who could use the left and the right hand equally and stuff, they're gonna try to put it in both of your hands. You see, right? Right? So it says verse 17, it says that no man might buy or sell. So it shows the stuff what they're gonna do. It shows you and stuff what's gonna how it's gonna impact you and stuff if you don't get this. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? It's gonna be buy and sell. So it's gonna have something to do with transactions, money. And when it come down to Book of Eli and stuff, you know what they did? It's like all you had to do and stuff was fast for 3 days. I'm like, I didn't know that. Right? Right? Revelations 13. That's like it. So in the movie Book of Eli, I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but when it come down to the movie Book of Eli and whatnot and stuff, they was trying to make it Book of Eli with Denzel Washington. They was trying to make it and stuff after, you know what I'm saying, if people and stuff survive and stuff, the nuclear blast. You saw how everything was fucking dead and whatnot and stuff. That's why it says in Revelation and stuff, the only thing that's going to survive here in America and stuff is going to be desert animals, owls, snakes, fucking lizards and shit and whatnot and stuff. Hawks and whatnot and stuff. Hawks, eagles, certain animals and stuff is going to survive and stuff when it comes down to the desert. You know what I'm saying? And they pretty much flipped it around and whatnot. But what was happening and stuff? You know what I'm saying? You couldn't use cash. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't use cash and stuff. You had to go back to the old barter system and stuff where you had good materials and whatnot, and he traded that just for some water. And then he traded everything else and stuff that he had and stuff just so he can charge his MP3 player. You see? You know? But guess what? It's vice versa. That's going to happen before the destruction comes. You see? And they're going to also use this MOTB and whatnot and stuff just so like it says, verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right, Haragma. It says to mark stamp on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah and stuff. You see, the Antichrist, anti Yahushua and stuff. Anti means to go against, to be an adversary, right? Well, guess what? You get this MOTB and stuff, you're gonna be considered an adversary. But once again, if you get this, let me get this right quick. It says in the event that allowing that or the assumption that on condition that whether it says use as a function word to introduce an exclamation expressing a wish, right? Wish. It says to have a desire for something such as something unattainable. You see, even though guess what, they're gonna make it attainable and whatnot, but it's gonna be based off what it is that you lack. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cause you to want it. So therefore, what's gonna be the lacking? That the very transactions that you have already and stuff, just so you can be able to buy and sell. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? It's gonna be done a new way. So therefore, you're gonna have to comply to what society and stuff is allowing you and stuff to make that transaction. So that's how you know that the MOTB and stuff is gonna be a monetary system. You see, it's gonna be based off the monetary system, right? It says to request in the form of a wish, and a wish is to ask. You know what I'm saying, right? Order. It says, and that's gonna be the new world order, right? It says to have a desire, want. And let's get the word want. It says to be needy or destitute. You know what I'm saying? To have or feel need. To be necessarily or needed. To desire to come, go, or be. To fail to possess, especially in a customary or required amount. Lack. You see? Right? Right? Require. Right? So it says, here is the wisdom, verse 18, Revelation 13 and 18. It says, here is the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it's a number of a man. It says, and his number is 603 score six, meaning 666. Three score means score and stuff means well, it's like 306 score six and stuff, right? So now we're gonna get into this. This is This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, my son or daughter. It says, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. And it says in Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, that there should be a great insurrection upon those and stuff that fear the Lord. You see? And for all you people out there and stuff, it's like, oh, we seen you do this, we seen you do that. We ain't finna be fucking perfect. We're not Yahweh Shai. So it is. We're not Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Why you think we underneath a grace period and stuff? Because mistakes and stuff was assumed to happen. You see? Right? Verse 2. Well, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. So we're going to be tempted. Remember, it says in Matthew 24, is it 24 and 61? Or it's like it. You know what I'm saying? You know, or I think it's, it's one of those. I know it's 26:41 and stuff, I think. And it says, uh, uh, this is Matthew 26:41. It says, watch and pray, right, that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know what I'm saying? And what's that what's the weakness of the flesh? You know what I'm saying? For people who eat every day and whatnot and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? When it come down to the fast, shit gonna be hard for you. You know what I'm saying? And uh, uh, according to Isaiah, the 58th chapter, when you read down, you know what I'm saying, from like verse 3 and stuff on down, you know what I'm saying, if you declare a fast and whatnot, you got to stick to it. You don't want to break that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to feel like shit if you care, right? But what I do advise and whatnot is try to do it and stuff without declaring a fast unto the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And see how it feels. Because when you fast, when you make a declaration, or you not declaration, when you tell the Lord and stuff, no, when you pray to the Lord and stuff, it's like, look, I'm finna go through this fast. Can you give me this? Can you give me that and stuff? And the end all reason, I mean, the end all behind it and stuff, it's gonna be like, well, you know what I'm saying, separate yourself from folly. You know what I'm saying? Folly, meaning things and stuff that you would normally do and stuff in your flesh. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, you can do it like that. You got I call them hard fasts. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up, I call them hard fasts and stuff. Where you wake up, you know what I'm saying, you pray to the Lord and stuff, and right off the rip, you don't eat nothing, you don't drink nothing. You know what I'm saying? No snacks, no food, no nothing, right? For however long that you want to do it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But don't be overly zealous and stuff because you'll fucking kill yourself. Remember, our stature is weaker. So with our stature, meaning our height and whatnot and stuff is weaker, the rest of our bodies and stuff are weaker than how it was and stuff back in the past, in them ancient days. You see? Right? You also can go on to a water fast and stuff if you're not good at that. You go on a water fast where all you do is drink water or juice, right? You know what I'm saying? And no food. Or you can do the other way and stuff where you eat food and stuff, but yet you don't drink no juice. You know what I'm saying? Or no water. But or liquor too. You know what I'm saying? You can fast on anything and whatnot. You see? You can literally fast on anything. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like, man, I drink too much liquor and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to a fast that's specific for that and stuff, on that fast, you don't drink anything. You don't drink no liquor. You don't drink no beer, no brown or white, brown or white liquor, whatever, and no beer. You know what I'm saying? You drinking non-alcoholic drinks. That's what you drinking. You see? You know what I'm saying? And however long and stuff that you're trying to do it on and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's good. You see? But the ultimate fast and stuff, original fast and stuff is no food, no water, no juice, no liquor. You know what I'm saying? And then you also from the things and stuff that's pleasing unto the flesh, you just all in the scriptures and you meditate. You see? And guess what? Yeah, you can go outside and chill and whatnot and stuff, but once you in the fast, guess what? You will be tempted. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing that's going to happen is that you're going to have food, food commercials. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's when you're going to start. That's when you're going to start. Like if you go outside and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be like every little restaurant and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You smell their food and whatnot and stuff. It's going to be amplified versus any other days. You see? So the flesh is going to be weak. So when it come down to people and stuff who's not used to fasting, the Lord can be with you and stuff. You fast when you need to, right? You know what I'm saying? Which is going to come to pass. But when it come down to it and stuff, the, people are going to be forced to fast. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, it's going to be a controlled famine. And that controlling the famine and stuff is going to be like we're going to, on purpose and stuff, make it where you're not going to be able to attain food or drinks. And even if a motherfucker is starving or you hungry like that and whatnot, guess what happens? You know what I'm saying? You when you drink water, I got this from the brother Kapatazak and stuff, right? Sirach 4 and 28. You know what I'm saying? His page. When it comes down to it and stuff, if you drink water and stuff and you hungry and stuff, it makes the hunger worse. You see? And it hurts worse. You see? All right, bro. Nice. Right, so it's going to be that's what they're going to do, a controlled famine. You know what I'm saying? And then the Lord is also doing his, it's the controlled famine still on the Lord and stuff, but then you got the natural famine and whatnot when water is drying up from these lakes, when certain trees and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they drying out and stuff and they're not becoming leafy again. You know what I'm saying? Where they bear fruits and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? There's a way and stuff for you to get water from a tree. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if they do some type of mutations and stuff where there's no water in the trees anymore. You see? I wouldn't be surprised if Esau gets so devilish and stuff to the point that what they'll do is that when it comes down to the grass and whatnot, they probably might make it where it ain't even no dew no more. And then there's various other ways and stuff to get water. All you need is vegetation and stuff and plastic. You know what I'm saying? In the sunlight and stuff. You know what I'm saying? To create condensation. You know what I'm saying? And have it come to a drop so it can drip and stuff into whatever cup that you got at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? You could do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Water might be in but then at the same time, it's still a long process and stuff. And when you hungry as hell and thirsty as hell, guess what? You know what they say? They say that don't cook anything and stuff when you hungry, right? Don't they say that? They say don't cook anything and stuff when you're hungry. Why? Because if it's not cooked all the way done and whatnot, the outside and it's sizzling and stuff is smelling real good. But if it ain't cooked on the inside, your ass gonna fuck around and eat it and stuff and get sick. That's why it's also going to be troublesome for those and stuff who at sea because they're going to be thirsty as hell to drink the water. And a lot of people and stuff are not used to eating. A lot of people and stuff are not used to eating, you know what I'm saying, in small fucking portions. You see? And now I ain't boasting or anything. I'm not boasting or anything and whatnot and stuff. But, you know, even though you'll still lose a lot of weight and whatnot and stuff, right? The thing is that you want to get to a point and stuff where you can eat a big meal, you can eat a big meal, you know what I'm saying? Eat a big breakfast, big lunch. You probably want to do a big dinner and stuff because going to sleep. Scriptures talk about that. You know what I'm saying? You disrupt your sleep and stuff when you get something to eat before you go to sleep, right? Right? Disrupt your sleep patterns. So when it comes down to like eating a big breakfast or stuff or a big lunch, you know what I'm saying? It should hold you over. You know what I'm saying? Where you just eat once. And then also when you eat small portions, you got intermittent fasting and stuff, but I'm not talking about that. I'm saying about eating one meal a day and stuff and being good. You see? Or what is that? Making sure your proportions and stuff of what you eat and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You get used to it being small. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we finna come. The Lord might have it and stuff where the only thing you eat and stuff is water and those cheese fucking crackers. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna keep us safe and stuff in famine. He gonna save us and stuff when it comes down to famine. And when it comes down to Romans the 8th chapter, I'm quoted. When it comes down to Romans the 8th chapter and stuff, it clearly talks about how that even when it comes down to famine and stuff, nothing can nothing can separate us from the Lord if we happen to be of the elect. You see, and guess what? the brother the brother Kanasla, you know what I'm saying? He had gave a testimony and stuff where he was finna go out and stuff and drink some water. I mean, he was gonna grab him some water and whatnot because it was only one jug in whatever place that he put it, right behind the couch, right, right, whatever place, you know, behind the couch and stuff, right. And then the thing is that he heard a little noise and stuff, and he looked behind the couch and stuff, and out of nowhere and stuff, a gallon of water and stuff just came up out of nowhere. You see, right? I don't know. But when it comes down to it stuff, that's the thing. That's the thing. You see? So you can, you know, so those gonna be those miracles that the Lord's gonna place. But you gotta believe. You see? You gotta believe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe. You know what I'm saying? You know, when we was in the wilderness, right? What happened? We was when we was in the wilderness and whatnot and stuff. You know, guess what was going on? We had mammal and stuff that came out of the sky. And based off your belief and whatnot, that mammal, that bread, you know what I'm saying, it could have tasted like anything. Hot wings, beef, chicken, you know what I'm saying, you know, melons, it could have tasted like fruit. You see? Them the times that we coming in, right? And the thing is that, you know, guess what? When it comes down to the Lord, when it comes down to the Lord, he's gonna have it and stuff where he's gonna guide us. You know what I'm saying? You know, Isaiah 31 and 21. I know Isaiah 30 and 21. Bear with me. It says, "And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right and when ye turn to the left." Right. So guess what? That's not just going to be. That's not just going to be. That's not just going to be. Uh, uh, um, uh, that's not just going to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, just hearing the word and stuff, or the Spirit giving you the word and whatnot. That also goes into directions too. You see? You know, right? Make this left. Make this right. Stay right here. Wait 2 minutes. Then walk off. You see? You know, when you walk past or when you see this and see that, don't worry about it. It's not going to affect you. Keep going. You see? Have faith. You know, trust me. Believe in me. You know my name. Call upon me. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Like the scripture says that the righteous run the name of the Lord is a strong tower and the righteous runneth into it and stuff and are safe. You see, right? I'm gonna have to do a part 3, evidently, right? So I'm gonna go back to that Sirach. So when it come down to the seat of the MOTB and whatnot and stuff, it gotta be done and stuff the way that the Lord had prescribed it. You see, it gotta be the way and stuff that the Lord and stuff has given. You see. You see, it got to be the way that he said it. So it ain't no other type of way. They might come up with different forms and stuff when it come down to the MOTB and stuff, right? But all it is that you got to stay away from is electronics and stuff being placed in your body. But once again, you have to get that. In order for you to get judged by it, you got to get it. You see? You know? Because what it says in Job 4:7, whoever perished being innocent. And only, you know, of course, you gotta be a party elect. You know what I'm saying? You know, and everybody got their role and stuff in the Lord's movie. But guess what? The Lord is fair. And what's that fairity? The fairity is the fact that guess what? It's like, guess what? It's gonna be placed in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know the scriptures. You might even get a catch a feeling, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something telling you don't take this, don't right? And then that could be Satan too. But when it comes down to these prophecies and whatnot, and we measure the time diligently within itself, when it comes down to that and stuff, then guess what? You'll know that it's like, that's why Psalms 110:3 it says, "My people shall be willing in the day of thy power." Why is that and stuff? Because when it comes down to the prophecies, we've been speaking on it. then they're gonna sit up here and see and stuff. It's like, you know what? These niggas was right. These guys and stuff was true and whatnot. So guess what? When the time comes, you know what I'm saying, people gonna be like, I'm not gonna take it. Now you gonna have people and stuff gonna hold off, you know what I'm saying? But then they ain't gonna be able to take it no more, and guess what? They gonna end up getting it. You see? That's why we keep saying if you get it, if you take it. And that if goes into choice. You see? Right, I'm just gonna wait until they close off and stuff, and then I'll whoop the whoop. Right? Right? So you gotta get it.